Man, it's a very, very, very beautiful Monday off the back of an amazing weekend. Myself and the team, we went to University of Cape Coast, and there's no other way I was gonna kick off today's show because the response we got from the students, the fans out there, the artists that supported us, how the show went from the beginning to the end, the whole team, the MX24 team, how everything was handled, the excitement before, during, and after the show, the interactions we had, the responses, to MX24 TV and MX Live, MX Beats was just absolutely incredible. And I want to give especially a big shout out. I don't think this group of people get enough, recognition, but to those who, put up the stages for events, they're there before, during, and especially after. They have to be there after everyone has left, right, and put everything together. So, to all the, the people on the ground, at any other event, who set up the stage and the lights and the sounds, I want to give you guys especially a very big shout out. Now back to, UCC. I could go on for the actual hour, about how the show went. But on our social media pages, we're going to be giving you guys, excerpts from the performances. Like Medical was there, some of the Asaka boys were there. J Derby came through, and the artists on campus. We actually took some of their numbers. We're going to have them on our early jam shows. We're going to have some of them on MX Live. We're going to be helping promote some of the artists' music. And bro, I had a crazy time. I didn't feel tired until after the show because, adrenaline was pumping, again, the interaction with the crowd. So I just want to say again to University of Cape Coast, we appreciate you so, so much. We had an awesome time. To Diop Campus Connect, we appreciate you. And to the whole MX24 team, man. If I mention one name, I'm going to be in trouble because I might forget the other names. But the whole team was incredible. So please go on our social media pages, MX24 TV. Again, we're going to be posting all the, the excerpts and the highlights. I was so tired from the weekend, so I was posting on my Snap. I'm going to get some on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else. But I just want to say to all the fans that connect with us, we appreciate you so, so much. And there's a promise, we're going to be out more. We're going to be organizing events more and partnering with events more and more and more. So, per what I've said, if you weren't there, you actually missed a lot. But, in the coming events, we're going to keep you updated so you can be part of the family, the growing MX24 family. This is MX Live. We do have conversations coming up per usual. I have a very interesting conversation for a very interesting stage play that's coming up that also has a very interesting title. So sit back, relax, enjoy. I'm going to get into all of that. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. MX24 TV, hashtag is MX Live. And as packed as, the weekend was at University of Cape Coast, we're still here to bring you an awesome show live from the MX24 TV studios. Now, a lot of things were going through my head. So during today's show, I'm going to, inject some of the things that happened. And especially, I got this shirt, from some of the campus students. It's called T-Trends. Really, really cool guys. They came, they gave this to me. I had an awesome interaction with them. And it was even cooler to hear that, there are a couple of, young people following their dreams, in the creative space. So T-Trends, I promised them I was going to wear this on air. I think they didn't believe me, but I stick to my promises. And I'm sure in the coming weeks they're going to send me more stuff to support them even some more. Once again, MX24 TV on social media. Please add the hashtag MX Live if you want to be part of any of the conversations we're having here. And I'm very happy we're kicking off today's show like this because I feel like this part of the creative space here in Ghana especially deserves more attention, deserves more input from the media as well as the fans, as well as the investors investors, even the creatives. But we can only do so, especially by starting off with conversations like I'm going to be having right now. I have Kobina Ansah, a playwright who has a very interesting stage play, to say the least. Kobina, thank you so much for making time for coming with me today. First of all, who is or what is a playwright?
Well, so basically someone who writes plays.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically.
So you put the stories together. Do you necessarily direct the plays as well?
Yeah, I do some. I'm both a playwright and a director.
Okay.
But for others, they can be just playwrights. Or they can be just directors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Because coming up with a story is one thing, directing another story is another thing. Okay, so now before we get to your particular, stage play, the space.
Yeah.
And whenever I have anyone who is involved in stage play, I love to talk about the space holistically because, as I was saying, I feel like it deserves more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's not giving the attention it needs.
That's true.
So let me ask you this, from a fan's perspective, because I'm sure you see other playwrights, you hear what people say and stuff. How do the fans think about stage plays in Ghana right now?
Well, I think, stage plays now metamorphose from that point where it was concert party. So people still think plays today are concert parties. Like, there are things that are not, we don't talk about serious issues.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think that is really, that's really a barrier to what we are doing, because oftentimes people think every play is comedy.
Oh, yeah, so as good as it was then, it set like a tone for the expectations.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So for now, we are talking about a lot of serious issues on stage.
Okay.
And that's what most fans out there don't know about. Yeah, so I think the plays that they used to know back in the day is not the plays that are being staged now. And people should be able to warm up to that context of playwriting.
Okay.
That now plays are not concert parties. They are not, people don't paint their faces to come and stand there and joke and all that. No, we are not talking about very serious issues.
Do you think the serious issues will attract more fans?
Yes, it would. Because now it widens the space.
Okay.
Because we don't get to talk about just family settings plays. We talk about so many issues. We can talk about galamsey. We can talk about corruption. We can talk about bribery. So many things.
Have you ever witnessed a play, again here in Ghana, because we're focused here, where it's been emotionally, or it's created an emotional attachment to the audience? Because again, movies are genres, right? We have comedies, horror, love stories, thriller, and all that. Have you experienced that? Because as you're saying, if people start to create this emotion or start to experience this emotional connection to the plays you guys are putting forth, again, they might be more invested. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, I have. A few of them at National Theatre. And I was really amazed because, it takes the genre of stage playwriting to a different level. Because oftentimes, what you see at National Theatre is comedy. But we still have a few people who go out of comedy to do plays that people can really get emotionally attached to. And I think that is the beginning point for conversation like this, because it helps to take our fans or our audience, their minds to the place where we go like, plays are not just about comedy. Yeah. Plays can just like you can see a movie, like a horror movie, you can see a horror play. There are so many things you can talk about in a play. Yeah.
How are finances though?
Singing a play.
I understand.
Singing a play is very expensive. I tell people this all the time, that for a one-day production at National Theatre, you should not be spending less than 200,000 cedis.
For a one-day production?
Yeah, for a one-day production.
Not less than?
Not less than. And that is even when you've had the opportunity to talk about this free of charge on radio and TV and all that. It means that if you are paying for that, it's really going to go way, way beyond that.
Man.
Yeah.
So this doesn't include promotion?
No.
Outdoor events?
No, it doesn't include all those advertising platforms. No. So it can go way, way beyond that. Yeah, so it's very expensive.
Where does, if possible, would you love for these financial aids to come from? Is it from private investors? Is it from the government? Again, yes, back to that. If there's somebody who's watching this who wants to invest, or is it just anybody?
I think it could come from anywhere, both governments and private investors as well, because the kind of issues that we talk about on stage, it affects everybody. And I think that, for an investor, for a private investor, they are looking at immediate returns. But for theater, you may not get the returns immediately. Okay. It will be for a period of time. And that's what happens everywhere, even in Broadway. Broadway theater.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. sometimes they stage a play and run it for several years before they can assume returns.
Okay.
It doesn't come immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think for any private investor watching us,
Yeah.
if you want to invest in a production, know that the returns would come after a period of time, not immediately.
Because what I was about to ask you, I think you've answered already, is are you guys making as much as you're investing?
Not at all.
Sheesh.
It means the passion is what's keeping us.
What I was about to ask again, I was about to ask you what keeps you going.
Yeah, the passion, you know.
Wow.
the
How long have
passion.
you been doing this for?
For 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
How's the experience been? I know, I mean, but again, asking about experience, there are the struggles financially, getting the people together, getting the audience as engaged. But has it been an exciting experience?
Yes, it has been, because oftentimes when people talk about returns, they're looking at financial, but for me, I look beyond financial.
Okay.
I look at the fulfillment that you get from doing this, you know, because sometimes people walk up to you and tell you that because of this play that I watch, I've changed my mind about something.
Okay.
And that alone is fulfilling.
Okay.
I don't think anyone can give me money to get that kind of fulfillment.
Yeah.
So I think that the emotional fulfillment about having people walk up to you and say that because of this play that I watch, this is what I've gotten, or this is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
That alone is enough for me.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. 9 years, man. That's incredible. To anyone who's out there, you know, chasing their dreams, it takes a lot to chase those dreams. And please don't stop. And you have something coming up.
Yeah.
Very interesting title. Very interesting.
Yeah, because I always want to talk about unconventional stories.
Okay.
Stories that no one is talking about.
Okay. Are you hesitant whenever you're talking about these stories?
No,
Because
no.
again, these things, as true as they are, might be uncomfortable for the audience, but they have to be told.
Yeah, they have to be told. And for me, I think this is my calling.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that I'm called to talk about some of these stories.
Okay.
I think I'm the first player who ever did a stage play on LGBT.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. How long ago was that?
That was 2019.
Wow.
The boy called a girl.
Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. You see, I told you has interesting titles.
Yeah, I think all my titles are always interesting. Because I did a play, I Want to See God.
I Want to See You God.
Yeah.
Come on, how do you come up with these?
I never mind. Yeah, I always want to come up with titles that will get people thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And until it comes to the theater, you never know what I want to talk about.
Yes. Because again, I'm hearing I Want to See God. Again, I know nothing about this. I'm thinking, is this person facing difficulties? Because you can't technically see God, you know. Okay, so this one,
In the Pants of a Woman.
oh, yes, it goes on and on and on. In the Pants of a Woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear that too. As an audience, a fan, a lot of things come to mind. But please enlighten us a little bit.
Okay, so In the Pants of a Woman is an original musical on rape.
Oh.
Yeah. So an original musical. I wrote 16 songs for the play, and it means
You
that
wrote the songs?
Yeah, I wrote that. So I wrote the song. So it means that anyone who is going to come to the theater to see this, every song they're going to hear in the play is an original song.
Oh.
Yeah, they've not heard it anywhere, and it was written just for the play.
Okay, are you going to like look at like at it as a
commercial.
full body of work?
Exactly.
Okay. So
Exactly.
I just want to know about that because it's very interesting. You write the songs, you get the artists on board. Are these famous artists, or do you just look for amazing voices?
So all the actors are singing.
Wow, he really knows what he does.
Yeah, so it means that for you to be an actor in the play, you need
Multifaceted.
to, exactly, you need to sing as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work,
a lot of work.
man. Okay, so now back to the story. I mean, it's good to get context, right, on the effort and work that goes into this. I love what you're doing. So in the Pants of a Woman, now you're saying rape.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to talk about rape?
Anytime,
Was it a personal experience, something you've been hearing?
anytime anyone asks me, why are you talking about rape? I ask them, why am I not supposed to talk about rape? Because, you know, we've grown up with a lot of toxic narratives about rape. Because, for example, someone is raped and the first question she's asked is, Oko hoko ye den? And that alone is I think it's so bad. Because you end up blaming the victim and not the perpetrator.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I sat down to write In the Pants of a Woman, I was looking at correcting a lot of the toxic narratives we've grown up with. Yeah. Why, for example, we ask people who have been raped what they went to the perpetrator to do. And sometimes we even tell them that they were at the wrong place. No, anyone who is raped was not at the wrong place. They were rather in the arms of the wrong person.
Okay.
Because anytime you say that the person was in the wrong place, you are putting the blame on the victim.
Okay.
And not the one who did whatever they had to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so In the Pants of a Woman is going to change a lot of toxic narratives that we've grown up with. Sometimes people are raped and then they are told that they should go home and solve it. No, rape is solved in the courts.
Okay.
and not at home. So these are a lot of the toxic narratives that we try to change with in the past of a woman, and we are doing that with music, with song, because you know that growing up, anytime even the nursery rhymes were in songs, because anytime something is taught in song or in music, it sticks better than when it is just spoken.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are using songs to be able to teach so many things about rape and how we should change our minds about some of these things.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, I've never seen any of your plays, but I just like to know, when you're putting these stories out, do you give the audience a chance? I mean, wrong is wrong and right is right, right? Do you give the audience a chance to, how do I put this, to make up their, I don't know. The reason why I want to know is I feel like a lot of movies now, a lot of stories now are heavily politicized, right? I feel like back in the day, the audience was given a chance to decide. I think that's the word I'm looking for. As I'm saying, wrong is wrong and right is right. Do you think about these things when you're writing your stories now? Because I think we're in a world where if I'm not part of you, and this is not even about this particular story, right? If I'm not part of you, then I'm against you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can love you as a brother, but I don't have to agree with what you're doing.
Exactly.
Do you think about these things
I
when
do.
you're writing?
I do. Because as a creative, you need to know that not everyone would side with whatever you want to say.
Yes.
And that's about creativity, because there are always so many sides to even just a coin.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how, as a creative, I see perspectives.
Okay.
And so anytime I'm writing a story, I try, and that's how I even write unconventional stories, because I look at it from the other perspective.
Okay.
So if someone else wants to see it from the other perspective, I don't mind at all.
Okay. For stories like this, have you gotten response where it's difficult for some audiences to come and see this? Again, that's the thing about a story, right? A story is supposed to be intriguing. It's supposed to hit you. Like, in movies, you never want to see a kid hurt.
Yeah.
But these things happen, so we can't escape telling these stories.
Exactly.
If there is a rape victim in the audience, or you're talking to a rape victim, how do you talk to them?
You see, when I started promoting In the Pants of a Woman, one friend of mine told me that I can't come and see this because I'm a victim.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I told her that, no, you actually should come and see this because it is therapeutic.
Okay.
Yeah, because whatever you are putting out there is supposed to give healing to people.
Okay.
And not just healing to those who have gone through it, but even for those who have not gone through it, so that they can also learn. So that sometime if someone comes to them that they've been raped, they know how to handle them.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we don't know how to handle such people because you know, even stories about rape are not normalized in our society. It's not normal to talk about rape. Sometimes it's either we are just simplifying the issue, or we are making a joke out of it.
And or escaping it altogether, right? Trying to not talk about it. Yeah. I mean, I think I like what you're doing because it's a very interesting group of stories. You know, I think you had across this journey, which I believe is going to be even longer. Yeah. And again, we live in a very interesting world, right? And even talking about rape, there have been men who've been falsely accused. Women who are not listened to. So it's different angles and perspectives. So I must commend you for what you're doing, talking about stories that some may find difficult to talk about, giving men and women a voice, very necessary in today's society. And I hope people come and see this. I really do, because I want to find out what the play is going to be about. So when and where is it going to be?
So it's this Saturday at National Theatre, 3 p.m. 7 p.m.
This Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday. Okay. National Theatre, 3 p.m., 7 p.m.
Wait, so the actors are going to be like going back to back?
Yeah. Oh, but in April, we did 2 days. So 4 shows. So back to back for 2 days. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's the cover, the artwork. So I'm seeing the prices. Can you please give us a brief on the price?
Yeah, so it's 150 cedis single. Okay. Double 250 and buddies of 650.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because once a lot of people come see this and have a change of mind and learn a lot. Okay. Yeah, so we are trying to open this up.
But this is even best for 5 people because the price has been compacted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very intriguing cover too. Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man. Okay, so In the Pants of a Woman this Saturday, July 2024. As you said, you know, 150 single, 250 for 2 people, for couples, and 650 for 5 people. So it can be a bunch of guys, a bunch of girls. Exactly. Doesn't matter. Is there anything else you'd want to add?
My aim for doing this is that, you know, it's sad that this is the first ever original musical on rape in Ghana. It shouldn't be. I want there to be a lot of this. Okay. So that someday when I'm coming back to talk about this, I'll say that this is the 10th or this is the 20th. Because then we are normalizing the conversation about rape. And that's what I want to achieve with this. Okay. Having this conversation alone is great because
it is.
we need to have a lot of these conversations.
Yeah, difficult conversations
Yeah.
are very, very important. And that's why I'm appreciative, for someone like you and what you're doing. Because, for example, right, we watch movies and sometimes we side with the villain. Because they have a backstory of what they want. Again, wrong is wrong and right is right.
Yeah.
But the villain, we forget, shouldn't have gone through what they went through. It shapes us. Like the environments we're in shape us, right?
Exactly.
If you had, God forbid, a sister who was raped, her perspective on life would be different.
It will change.
If you have a brother who was accused falsely, his
Yeah.
perspective will be
Also
different.
change, yeah.
Right? So these stories, as difficult as they are, very, very important. And
have
I
to be
must
told.
commend you. As difficult as it is, financially, emotionally, I don't know how draining it is for you to write this story. Let me ask you about
Let me
that.
say that.
How's that?
Let me say that some people came to see the play and cried.
Oh, man. That's what we spoke about in the
Yeah, they cried. Because probably they'd gone through it or they know someone who's gone through it.
Yeah.
And I think, it's healing, like it's therapeutic because eventually they are letting go whatever they've bottled up for so many years. And
Yeah.
I think that's the beginning point for every healing process.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sure this is going to help a lot of women and men
Sure.
alike. And man, I think we said everything. Do you want to give any shout outs, to anybody else?
So shout out to MX for
Thank
having
you.
us
Thank you.
this afternoon. It's a great conversation we've had. I want to also give shout outs to my team.
Nice.
Because we rehearsed 4 months to put up the April show.
Bruh.
Yeah, and that was a lot of effort.
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months. Yeah, doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So it's been great working with them, the whole team, music team, the actors, everyone, for us to put out the story and for people to come and learn. It's great.
Now, this question is totally unfair, but when is the next one? Totally unfair. I know. When is the next one? Like, in this process, are you planning for the next thing?
Yeah.
Do you have stories there? Or how does that go?
So the next is December. It's in December, after
That's
July.
actually not too far away.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kobina, God bless you.
Thank you.
Everything you're doing.
Bless you, amen.
For anyone who's in playwright, who's a part of that creative space, God bless you. Again, with difficult things to talk about, please don't shy away from them. Society needs this, right? As I said, we learn from the villains, not what to do, as much as the heroes with what to do, and that's just life. I'm sure, and I hope I get to talk to you some more because I've learned a lot myself.
Thank you.
So that's what this is all about. So please, again, the location and how
National
people can
Theatre,
find
3 p.m., 7 p.m. Saturday. Everyone should come and see it. If you can get the tickets via online, come to the gate and buy it. Yeah, and let's have a good time.
Nice one. So I think we have a trailer, if I'm not mistaken. So check this out. I do have to let him go, but I'll be right back. Check this out.
Week of her career, she's slapped with the worst nightmare of her life.
Oh my goodness. It is such an honor to produce your first show here at Akasanoma Radio.
Faced with her biggest decision ever, a strange anonymous caller into a radio show hurls events into an unimaginable turn. This July, Kobina Ansah in the Pants of a Woman is coming back. By popular request, Scribe Productions in partnership with Joy FM presents Ghana's first ever original musical on rape. In the Pants of a Woman, shows on Saturday, 20th July 2024 at the National Theatre. First show, 3 p.m. Second show, 7 p.m. Rate is 150 Ghana cedis single, 250 Ghana cedis double, and 650 Ghana cedis for buddies of 5. Dial *844*300# to grab your tickets now. Contact 054-609-8082. Sponsors: Foodstuff Home, Curves and Brushes, Timex Printech, and Sweet Melodies FM. Get your tickets now. In the Pants of a Woman.